And then we're gonna slice that. You can see it's nice and crunchy. That's a lovely pepperoni. You can see that. Slice that into 8 like that. Like, looks amazing. So you can see, look at that. Amazing. Pepperoni, look at that. Amazing. Bye bye. So that's it. Nice and easy. Now I'm going to do it like that. Make it shiny on the. Pop it all over like that. Looks amazing, isn't it? Look at that fresh grated cheddar cheese. We're gonna leave that to cook for some time. Hello, today we'll be making pepperoni pizza. We need 10 slices of pepperoni. Then we'll need chopped parsley. We're gonna garnish that at the very end. Then we need olive oil, tomato pasta, grated mozzarella cheese, fresh mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna grate that later. And of course, 7 grams of dry yeast. And of course, we need 500 grams of 00 flour. So we can also add some grated cheddar. Well, mozzarella is best, so I have mozzarella. Just sprinkle a little bit of that. Then a little bit of seasoning. We can spice that with a little bit of oregano, thyme, a little bit of sea salt. So my friends, I made this lovely dough with 00 flour. And the dough is nice and big, it's ready. It's gonna make about 4 pizzas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide that equally into 4. So now I'm gonna make a pepperoni pizza from start to finish. So sit back, let's enjoy. Thank you very much. This is your first time watching the channel. Remember to subscribe, share, and like. So I use the blue flour to make that. Look at that, amazing. So we're gonna quickly roll out the pizza. So of course we need a pizza pan, and then we need that as well. So let's get started, my friends. So I'm gonna roll out, spread out my lovely pizza dough. So I'm gonna divide that equally into 4. I'm gonna use the rest for later. So it's gonna be a lovely pepperoni pizza, nice and easy. So I'm gonna sprinkle 00 flour on the wok top. A little bit of that. And then that's the dough. Look at that, amazing, nice and big. And then I'm going to divide that into 4. So I'm going to use the rest for later. So you can freeze your dough if you want. So that's 2. And then, so we have 4 pizzas. So the recipe for making this lovely dough is 500 grams of flour, and then olive oil, 2 tablespoons, pinch of sea salt, and then the yeast, and warm water 300 grams. Mix that together, knead that, and then leave that to double in size for about an hour. And then you get this lovely dough. So this is one for 1 pizza. So that's the size for 1 pizza. And then I'm gonna ship another one. So I'll freeze that for later and use one now. That's 2. So we got 2 doughs ready. So this lovely dough, if you want to learn how to make that, you can watch my other videos. Going to my visit my channel, and you see how I made pizza dough from start to finish. So I just explained now, it's nice and easy. 300 grams of warm water, and of course one of that, one sachet, and then pinch of sea salt, one water, 300 grams, olive oil, extra virgin, 2 tablespoons. Mix that together and you get this lovely dough. So this is 2, and there's the last one. So I'm going to use one now and freeze the rest for later. So it's going to be an amazing dough. So I'm going to set that aside and then I'm going to freeze the rest for later. So now I'm going to use this one to make this lovely dough. So I'm going to set that aside. So you can spread that by hand if you want, you know, like that. Look at that, amazing. You move it, you know, with your hand. It's elastic, isn't it? More flour on the worktop. Like that.
It's the widow.
So like that, move that like that. Amazing. We'll make that nice and big.
Make the flower.
So this is big enough. We move that like that. So that's not to stretch out the dough. Look at that, amazing. It's a big dough. Now I'm going to pop in my tomato sauce. So I'm going to stretch that like that. And then pop in my tomato sauce.
Pizza dough. Pizza dough.
So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna get our pizza ready. We're gonna spread that out and pop in the tomato sauce on it. Also mozzarella.
We got mozzarella cheese.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sprinkle more double zero flour and then mix that together. So more double zero flour on the worktop. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on the pan So you can use that one, that's alright. So 00 flour on the pan. Or you can use the round one, that's alright. So what I'm gonna do, so this is nice and big already. So I'm gonna start with one pizza. You can see it's very nice. Nice and round. So we have that on top. So we're gonna pop in our tomato sauce, cheese, and pepperoni on top. So it's gonna grow bigger. So that's the side we want. Yeah, stir that a little bit. It's alright now. Yeah, lovely. So you can make your own pizza sauce, that's alright. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pop in tomato passata, nice and easy. You can pop in some olive oil on top as well. So that's the tomato passata. You can make your own sauce or just pop in tomato passata, that's alright. Like that.
It's the ball.
So that's it, nice and easy. Now what I'm gonna do next is I have my tomato sauce on there, and then I'm gonna pop in some grated cheese. Before I pop in my mozzarella, I got some grated cheese, but before then, I'm gonna pop in some olive oil, a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of olive oil on top to make it drizzle that a little bit, like that. Make it shiny on the edges as well. Just put it on the edges, like that. You can use a pastry brush, that's alright. You know, just make it not to dry out. Look at that, amazing. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop in some grated cheese. So I'm gonna pop in some grated cheddar on top, and then I'm gonna pop in some fresh mozzarella. Look at that, amazing. Grated cheddar. You can use a mix of cheddar or mozzarella together, that's alright. So a little bit of cheese on top. I'm using fresh cheese. And then I'm gonna preheat my oven straight away. And then I have some fresh mozzarella. So I'm gonna get that open now.
Where's the wild cheese?
Yeah. So that's the fresh mozzarella.
Cheese.
So I got some fresh mozzarella, so I'm gonna pop some
Cheese.
on that. Thank you guys for the chat. Isaac, thank you.
Cheese.
Fresh mozzarella cheese. So we're gonna pop the mozzarella on top like that. The fresh mozzarella. You're gonna pop it all over like that. Looks amazing, isn't it? Look at that, lovely. And then we're gonna pop in our pepperoni. I'm gonna get that straight in the oven. Look at that. This is gonna be amazing pizza. Best pepperoni ever. Homemade pepperoni. Look at that, fresh mozzarella and grated cheese and fresh grated cheddar cheese. Look at that, amazing. So now I'm gonna pop my pepperoni on top.
Pepperoni.
So I'm gonna pop in my pepperoni slices like that and put it there. So about 10 pepperoni, 10 to 15 pepperoni, that's alright. Put it in there. Look at that, amazing. So that's the pepperoni. Put one on that edge. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that straight into the oven now. Look at that, amazing. Straight into the oven. I'm gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that to cook for some time. About maybe 10 minutes. It's gonna take about 10 minutes. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. We're gonna keep an eye on the pizza. So about 10 minutes, pizza is gonna be ready. Look at that, amazing. Yum yum. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you. So that's the pizza dough we made. So we're gonna freeze that for later. Looks amazing.
Oh, my white pizza wraps. Now, we'll sprinkle flour and more sprinkle flour and more sprinkle flour. Now, more sprinkle flour on the sprinkle flour on the dough. Now, who do I need a big because it was sprinkle flour on the top. Now, up to the top, because I sprinkle flour on the dough. Sprinkle flour at the bowl, and we need to sprinkle the bowl, sprinkle the bowl, sprinkle the bowl, sprinkle the bowl, sprinkle the bowl. Sprinkle the bowl. It's a tofu bowl.
So the pizza is almost ready. I'm going to show you guys, and we need to season that. So I'm going to show you what's going on.
Oh, what was pizza?
So my friends, you can see the cheese is melting. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna season that with a little bit of oregano, and of course just make it nice. Look at the pepperoni.
Pizza do football.
So I'm gonna season that a little bit and then get that back straight in the oven. It looks amazing. Yum yum. Yummy. A little seasoning on top. Black pepper. There's some basil. They're pre-cooked. Yum yum.
This is very down the table. Oh my sorry. You go step for flowers. There, all done. Ta-da! I wish I was.
So let's leave that to cook for some time, and then when it's ready, we're gonna take that out from the oven. So it should be ready in about 10 minutes.
The pizza will be ready now.
Should be ready in about 10 minutes.
Football. Oh, but I like big giraffes.
Lovely pizza though, isn't it?
Oh, but I like big giraffes. Oh, I make this for
So my friends, pepperoni pizza is ready. You can see that. Yeah. So that's ready. So I'm gonna grab that out from the oven. So turn off the oven. You can see the cheese has melted. So you can see the cheese. It looks amazing. So I'm gonna slice that out straight away. So you can sprinkle a little bit of chopped parsley on top. Just like that. Chopped parsley on top. You love chopped parsley. And then we're gonna slice that. You can see it's nice and crunchy. That's a lovely pepperoni. You can see that. Slice that into 8 like that. Look at that, amazing. So you cut that nice and hot, and then lovely pepperoni. And then you go into 8 like that. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see how it's like. It looks amazing. So you can see, look at that. Amazing. I'm gonna try that now straight away. Yum yum. Yum yum. So just like that. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Cheers. Bye bye. Look at that. Amazing, lovely. Lovely recipe. Yum yum. Lovely pepperoni. Look at that. Amazing. Bye bye. Thanks for your chat. Bye bye. Yum yum. Yummy.